What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm the leader of the Scentless Flyer clan, Tsubaki, and today it's been a minute. I finally have a video that I wanted to post, so I'm not gonna lie, I did forget about part 2 of the Play Store reviews, so that's why there hasn't been a video of that yet, but I remembered, so we got another Play Store review now, and today I want to go over 4 different reviews. And these 4 reviews are going to range from short to long, so I want to try and get this done as fast as I possibly can. But with the second anniversary finally being over, I wanted to see if there were any recent reviews on the game to see what their stanza was on the game, whether they wanted to keep playing or whether they wanted to stop playing. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So the first one is going to be "Used to Be Great" by Apollo. I want to say that's 18. So Apollo 18. I feel like devs don't ever listen to their players. They constantly lock all the good characters behind god awful rates. Most people in this game spend 1k CC to 3k CC on a banner because they're free to play. This game is worse than Dokkan in the sense of encouraging people to throw money at it. There's way too many lag switchers and hackers in PvP. There's nothing to do these past few weeks. It's so boring. I feel like the only good thing about the game right now is story mode. There are 0 good free-to-play units either. I'm not the first person to complain about this. I guess I'm just tired of waiting for the devs to actually do something good in all caps with the game. I'm tired of all the lies that the community is told. This app is just another attempt at dethroning Dokkan. It had potential. It might have just done it too, but it doesn't matter because it failed. I do agree with this one. This one very much sums up the anniversary. There was literally nothing to do, and you know, free to play players only had a small amount of CC to spend until the next event came out where they actually had enough, and even then, in my personal opinion, the banners just weren't it. They were lackluster and they failed to meet the expectations that players actually had. This was supposed to be an anniversary, and it just felt like a normal period in the game where there's nothing to do, nothing was hyped up. They just threw anniversary on everything and expected everybody to be happy that we were getting all of these new characters. But the downside is that we had to summon for all these characters and there wasn't just enough chrono crystals in the game to do so. So yeah, I 100% agree. He gave it a 2 stars, and he's right, it did used to be great. The game was just so much better back then. The first year anniversary was a struggle, but it actually felt like an anniversary. But let's go ahead and read on the next one. Alright, so the next one we have is "Fun But Unfair" by HDUCD, and he gave it 1 star. So fun game, but it's definitely pay to have fun, because it will be very difficult / take a very long time to acquire all of your favorite / best characters in the game without spending thousands of dollars on the game. This is because they use the classic random reward loot box method. I'm pretty sure everybody knows that already because it's a gacha game. For all purchases that you will need to spend maximum money on the game. Gameplay related. This is now going into the gameplay. At some occasions, fights will seem utterly impossible, as enemy AI will use 6+ arts cards in a row on you. Max is supposed to be 4, and will often not let you dodge even without knowing you timed it perfectly. AI will deal 3 times your damage and have 20 times your health, so he's talking about the normal 50 battle events. For example, cough cough battle 50 of the Zamasu event. Including the health break point where you can't damage the opponent anymore until you let them recover. Some fights you can be knocked out with only 4 arts cards. All of this can happen to you even if you have max power level, max stars, and all S tier equipment with the most powerful characters in the game, and while utilizing the battle bonus characters that have received an additional 50% damage reduction and 350% damage bonus for that fight. The game literally becomes unbeatable at times. The devs really need to rethink the way to design the mechanics in this game and make some fights harder, because there are actually a lot of stupid easy fights, but it also needs make some fights easier because they're just impossible. Make it so that the AI is actually bound by the same rules that the player is. While I do agree, I also have to disagree, because if they made it based on the same restrictions that players are by, then everything would be way too easy. I feel like while there are some battles that are way too difficult for their well-being, you know, for example, the Frieza event from back then was way too difficult, especially Battle 50. The Zamasu event, while it's not difficult, he perfect vanishes a lot and does a lot of damage. And not to mention, his green card reduces your ki, so it also makes that kind of hard because of the character that he is. But yeah, I do agree, the AI, there needs to be some form of balance between easy and hard. Some missions that are easy should be easy. Excuse me. And some that are hard need to be, you know, difficult. Something that gives us a challenge but is still beatable. But let's go ahead and move on to the third review, I believe. Yeah. Let's go on and move to the third review. Alright, so the third review is going to be typed by James. I'm not going to go through all the numbers. Titled Just a Waste of Time. This game is great, but just never seems to be able to stay fun after a while. This is a pay-to-win game, and many people have just the same characters that are OP, and every month there's a new character that is stronger than the one you just summoned. I guess just summoned for. It's too grinding and a waste of time. I wouldn't even bother. And I 100% agree. There are a lot of OP characters. Kefla came out, and then later on Vegito came out, and then Vegito still says screw you to Kefla. He still takes a bunch of damage from her, but he can also do a good amount of damage back. Even, for example, the new anniversary blues that we have. They don't necessarily kill Vegito, but the purple Vegeta, he is by far considered to be second best on the tier list with all the units. So it goes Vegito, then Vegeta, and then the rest of the order. And I definitely think that it's a bit too unfair and very unorthodox. And it's like, why? To make the meta so chaotic, from very defensive to hyper offensive, and it's just like, I don't know how I'm supposed to feel or treat the meta now. But it was a pretty short one. I have one more short one, and that's going to wrap this up. So let's move on to the last review. So this one had a very weird title by Goku Zero at. It's a pay-to-win game. When you get this game, the rates are terrible. You need to be a paid player, a pay-to-play player. It has so much high hopes to be better than Dokkan, but I got I got crap in Legends. I put money. I regret it, but this game is not meant for free-to-play players, but your choice. I quit playing before all of the shaft. I went ahead and blurred out the final quote because I feel like it was a weird quote that had nothing to do with the game itself, but it's a really, really short one. But yeah, as he said, he put money into the game, and he regrets it because, you know, rates are still bad regardless, and that's just all I have to say. It's a very non-free-to-play game. So, in conclusion, to sum this all up, looking at all the reviews, this game is not successful, and even now there are a bunch of people who are not playing the game anymore. There is a large population. I don't know the exact number, so don't quote me. There's a large population of people who have quit the game. I'm pretty sure when you're playing PvP, you're probably in the top ranks, and you're just like, wow, this is the first number I got there. That's because people aren't really playing. Old players aren't really playing. YouTubers are starting to do friend battles for their showcases, like Gresh, Ryuden, and it could be even more in the future, but that's the state of this game. I will keep playing as much as it'll probably drive me to insanity, just because I am one of those people who feel like there is a silver lining, and that hopefully when all this is, you know, done and dusted and they're tired of being stupid and they want to keep their players, they'll actually make a change. But that is going to be it for me. If you guys do want to see more on the channel, make sure you guys like and comment. Comment if there's anything else you want me to go over, if a YouTuber posted something you want me to look over, or if there's something else you want to see from me myself. And that's going to be it from me. And I'll see all of you guys in the next video.